Sup, everybody?
Hi,
How we doing?
we're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Guess what?
Chicken butt.
We are 32 days away from the Group Cruise 2022, the cruise of the year. No matter what you've been told, this is the cruise of the year
It is.
because it's much anticipated. It was so much work to get it to come together, and finally came together, and we are 32 days away from boarding the Carnival Horizon.
I'm excited. Very excited.
Would you like to say hi to people?
I like that one comment. Okay, Destinations Delight was first in the box. Hello, hello.
What's going on?
Hey, y'all, 32 days, my friend. Yes, 32 days. Music Dreamer, Eeyore. There are so little in the payphone photos.
What's a payphone? Listen, let me just say that today's generation doesn't know what a payphone is.
Probably not. And Najuma Brown's here. Says, hello, everyone.
What's up, Najima?
Music Dreamer again says, you've been so busy, I joined. Only way I can see you. I know. I'm sorry. I was going to call you earlier. Actually, video call you earlier, and then I got busy again. And couldn't. Your beginning photos. Oh, beginning, not payphone.
I like the payphone thing.
Yeah.
Still valid comment.
Yeah, I know. I have to redo all that. Maybe one day.
Oh, is
We'll
she
see.
talking about the countdown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what?
She called you a jerk.
I see that. You know what? She was supposed to fix this countdown when we got Phoenix.
I've been busy. Busy. Busy.
And she was supposed to make a new promo for the
Yeah.
Group Cruise.
Make it one before the Cougars.
I'm spitting everywhere. It's pointless. It's pointless.
Maybe.
Now.
Don't be loud.
So we didn't make it on the air last week. As predicted, we didn't make it. But we didn't make it on the air because of our trip to Virginia. As a matter of fact, we didn't even make it to Virginia.
Nope.
So we were live Monday.
Yep.
And it was Monday that we had habaneros.
Mhm.
We were talking, actually, I think we even mentioned it on the show that we had Mexican food.
We just had Mexican food.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
If not, well, we did. And you were okay during the show because we had already eaten,
Mm-hmm.
and you were okay during the show. And then all of a sudden, overnight, you started to get some.
Well, it was
emails.
right after the show I started to feel not okay. And then just throughout the night, it just progressively got worse. At first, I was like, I got contaminated.
That's what I thought. That's what it sounded like, you know.
Yeah, and I was like, I got contaminated, but that's so weird that it took so long. Because normally, okay, I'll know within the first 5 minutes. Okay, that's how bad it was. And it had progressed that long, that in such a short time frame.
Contaminated as in wheat.
Oh, that was a bug. It was a moth. I thought it was like a bug or like not a bug, like
it's just a moth.
like I thought it was like
Anyway,
just dust or something.
because you had celiac.
Yes.
Okay. Which.
So you're feeling much better now, though, right? Well, hold on.
We're not done yet. This is a whole big ordeal.
It's good. It can't go small, right? Okay, so
When Heather does something, she goes out all
right.
all out.
So I was like, okay, this hurts. But then I'm like, okay, maybe, because it was hurting. Okay, like sharp pains right here. And I was like, okay, maybe, let's be real. Okay. I was like, maybe it's a gas bubble. Maybe, like, because I had Mexican food, maybe like my indigestion or something created like a gas bubble, and I was taking like Pepto. I was really trying to get it to settle down. Nothing was working. I was trying peppermints. It got to a point where I could not sit. I could not lay down. I couldn't even stand up. I was leaned over a counter, and that was the only position that I felt even the slightest bit of relief. And I let it go all night. I was trying all night to get it to settle down, because sometimes when I eat it, most of the time when I eat it, if it gets that bad, give it a few, 4 hours, 5 hours, and I may be out of pain at that point. I even tried hot showers. I was like, I tried everything I could possibly think of. I was drinking different sodas and the baking soda and water. I was trying it all. I could not get it to settle. And so, and it was just getting worse. And then, what was it, like 5 in the morning or something like that?
Hey, Kenny. It's about 6:30.
Okay. Well, no, I think 5 is when I tried to come into the room. It was about 6:30 when I finally said, okay, I have to go to the emergency room. This is not okay. Like, there is something extremely wrong, because it's getting to a point where it's so bad, I could barely breathe. And at that point, I was like, okay, I've got to go. But we were expecting, Katlin watches, these 2 little boys. So he had to be here. So I'm like, I'm fine. I can drive myself to the hospital. Well, Casey ended up watching the boys, and Katlin went with me. Probably should not have driven myself, because I was in so much pain. But I did. I got there, because it's not far from the house.
No, it's about 2 or 3 miles.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad.
I don't know if y'all can hear the thunder in the background. But anyways, go ahead. Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you.
Kenny, 32 days.
Yeah. Okay, so I went to the emergency room. I got checked in. Then they were like, we'll just go to the waiting room and have a seat. And I couldn't. I just stood there. I stood there literally leaning against the wall and putting my stomach. I'm just like trying to just breathe it out, And so they finally get me back. And they were like, okay, well, we're going to get you into a room. So they got me into one of the back rooms in the emergency room. And
it was literally a back room.
Yeah. And then they were like, okay, just, have a seat, put the gown on, have a seat, whatever. I couldn't have a seat.
The famous gown.
Yeah. I couldn't even have a seat. I literally was like leaned over the sink counter of the room because I couldn't sit. And so they were like, we got to get your blood drawn. We've got to get your IV started. You got to come sit down. I'm like, I can't sit. You don't understand. And so they're like, okay, well, if you sit down, the first thing I'll do is I'll draw your blood. I'll start your IV and I'll give you morphine. So I went and I sat down because I was like, that's really the only thing I can think of that would like calm it. And it calmed it to a point where I was able to sit and like kind of leaned back. I could not lay down, and it was still hurting even though I had the morphine. So they did a bunch of labs. They were like, well, we're going to get an ultrasound. So I got like an ultrasound, a CAT scan, MRI. And
you're not pregnant?
No, not pregnant. I did a full blood panel.
Because that might be where people are thinking, what's going on?
Yeah, nope, not pregnant. Not pregnant. Good. So I'm like freaking out, okay? Because I'm like, at this point, I'm like, they're doing everything. And then like I have, Florida or Lee County, at least I know, does this Lee Health thing. So where it's like, it's all the hospitals and doctors are all connected.
It's on a network.
Yeah, so it like they send you emails and you've got like this chart online that you can just get access to everything. So as all these test results are coming in, they're coming into my phone. Now, if you know me, I'm a hypochondriac sometimes, and I read them, and sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Okay. So all these tests are coming back. Something abnormal. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Something else abnormal. Oh no. And then it's like something else enlarged or whatever. And then they have like these medical names for things. And I'm like freaking out, crying, I'm going to die. Right. So finally the doctors come in And we're like, okay, so this is what happened. You have a very inflamed gallbladder, and it's affected your pancreas. And they were like, it's like an acute pancreatitis or something like that. Anyways, so I was like, okay, like, so you're gonna give me like my assignment to go home, all good, right? He goes, no, like we gotta take it out. Like as soon as like we can, like we gotta have it calm down, and then we have to do surgery and take it out. And I'm like, what? And I just started bawling, and the doctor's like, why are you crying? I'm just like, you're talking about cutting me open and taking a part of my insides out. Like I'm not okay with this. So all the nurses are like laughing, but they're kind of concerned too. And so like I text him and he goes, oh shit. And now Dwight's the most calmest person, especially when it comes to like health stuff or like emergency type of stuff. If I'm just like freaking out, he's the calm. So when he goes, oh shit, I'm just like, he thinks I'm gonna die, and I'm really freaking out even more. And then so like anyway, so he comes up to the hospital.
What's up, Larry?
So because we got someone come sit with Casey and them, and he comes up to the hospital, and you know, he checks on me and everything, and at that point they were like, well, we're just have to wait. They're gonna admit me at this point, like, you know, we're just gonna have to wait until room opens up. So we had someone only temporary to come sit with Casey, so he had to go back for a little bit. He only stayed with me the whole time. And then they moved me to another emergency room because I was sharing a room with someone and they were really loud and I was really trying to rest because like I was in so much pain. So they moved me to my own room in the emergency department. And when they came back, no, my friend Lauren had came up to see me and she brought me a couple stuff. And then after that, I got moved up to a room. Well, he came back. Did you see my second room?
Barely.
Okay, so he came back to my second room, but it was...
They had already moved her.
Yeah, so like then he came upstairs. And then they couldn't stay the night, which kind of sucked, but they let him stay longer. But they gave me medicine to help me sleep because I was still kind of freaking out. So and so it was a couple days because they had to let my gut settle. Like everything was really inflamed and really bad. And I was like, I promise if I live through this, I won't eat Mexican food. And they were just like, you can eat Mexican food after this. But yeah, that's probably what ended it. Like, so, but I was talking to the surgeon and he was like, or the intestinal surgeons and stuff. And they were like, well, you said you have like celiac and stuff. And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, did you get the biopsy to determine that? And I was like, no, because it wasn't covered under insurance and it was going to be like $10,000 out of pocket. But what we did was this experimental things to find out that I did have celiac. And so he goes, well, the way that your symptoms are for that and how quickly it progressed to a point of severity, he goes, it very, very well could have been your gallbladder and not celiac itself. You built up like a sensitivity, as intolerance to it because your gallbladder could no longer process it, which is a good start to that celiac process, but it's not celiac itself because it is, but it's not. It's based into the gallbladder instead of the intestine part. It makes sense the way he was drawing it on the diagram. So he goes, so I very simply said, so if you take this out, will I be able to eat gluten?
No.
You said donuts. Can I eat donuts? He goes, well, I can't promise that, but from the way it sounds, it very likely could be a possibility. He goes, anybody who has it taken out can eat whatever they want at that point. Like there's no like real restrictions to what you can and can't eat or tolerate anymore. Because gallbladder has to process a lot of things, and without that, it just kind of
flows.
Good. So I was like, okay, I'm okay. If I can have the surgery and eat donuts, like, okay, fine, take it out. At that point, it literally switched from me being deathly terrified of losing my life to possibly eating donuts again, and I was totally okay with it then. So long story short, they were like, okay, well, we can get you in for surgery like the next day. It was like 3 p.m. They took me down at like what 12 or 1 or something like
12:30.
Yeah, so like they took me down to the prep room, and I was there, and they gave me more Valium because I started crying a little bit. I don't remember being in there for very long because I was tired.
What's up, Ronnie?
So hi. So basically, what it came down to, like I was in there and like a very, very long time. They said the process was only supposed to take like 45 minutes.
Well, you weren't in surgery for very long because I
know.
I got updates on my phone, but they said they would have her in by 3. They didn't have her in till 5. Well, no, it was like.
But then I was put into the recovery room, and I didn't come back up to my room until it was like 7:30. So, yeah, I was down there for a very long time. I mean, I don't remember 90% of it, but no, whatever. I do remember being in the operating room, or going into the operating room and seeing those big ass lights and the TV screens and crying, and they put a mask on me, and the nurse is so sweet. She was like rubbing my arm, telling me it was okay, and then I like passed out and got put to sleep. Sorry. And then I woke up. I remember feeling nauseous, but I already told them I was going to feel nauseous, so they already had some medicine in me by the time I was waking up. But I was still a little bit nauseous, not very much, but a little bit. And so she gave me a little bit more. And then I went up to the room. I don't remember a whole lot for that night, but I do remember them saying, well, you can eat little things, like small things, but the more you eat, like the sooner you can go home. So I was waking up every couple of like hours. I was like waking up. Every time I woke up, can I have some ice cream? Can I have some Jell-O? I remember one time I had asked for ice cream.
That was the first solid thing you ate was ice cream.
Yes. So I remember asking for ice cream at one point. I was still so tired, but I just knew I had to do it. That she said she had brought me ice cream, but I was back to sleep. So she had to go take it back because I had fallen asleep. But yeah, so like I had my gallbladder removed. I still hurt from it. I got a lot of bruising. They did it laparoscopically, so there's like 4 incisions. It's sore.
So, do you want to tell them the best news out of it all?
Okay, so the best news is,
you can eat.
I can eat donuts.
You can eat donuts.
I can eat donuts now. I can eat anything with gluten. Oh, it's so great. I can't begin to tell you the excitement of it. Okay, so I was like, I was feeling decent one day after all this. It was a couple days ago. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try a piece of bread. He's like, well, if you're up to it, go for it. Okay. So, because while I was still like really super sore, I was trying to like, here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. So while I was really, really sore still, like I tried to stay away from it. I kept gluten-free, kept trying to eat solid, but not super solid food. Like stayed away from the greasy foods, things like that. And then I tried a bite of bread. I did good. Ate the rest of the bread. That was great. So the first thing I had were chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Oh my God, it was the best. And then the next day I had Krispy Kreme donuts, which is what I was waiting for. And I'm excited.
You know what's funny about that is you really cracked down on this gluten thing when you had Krispy Kreme donuts last.
Mm-hmm.
That was when it all went to...
Yeah, that's when I was like, okay, no more. Because I was in pain for like 2.5 hours the entire ride home. I was barely breathing. It was just so horrible. Like, I just, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But, like 6 years, and I can eat gluten. I'm still trying to take everything easily, but yeah. I'm kind of trying. I'm still thinking I'm like.
You know what she said? She said, I can't wait to get to the buffet on the cruise ship.
Yes.
Because it's always been, well, I can't have that because that's contaminated. I can't do that because that's contaminated. I can't even have a damn sandwich because they don't know how to make it non-contaminated sandwich. Well, at least in paradise. But now you could have a contaminated sandwich.
I know. It's so awesome. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited. I still feel like it's a dream. Like I'm gonna wake up or one day it's just gonna like hit me again. So I'm still kind of.
Penny's afraid of thunder, so she's like right behind my chair.
Yeah. So I'm still kind of cautiously going head first into it, if that makes sense. So like I'm trying to eat as much gluten things that I've missed first, because if it goes back to where I can't, at least I can say I had the things that I missed. Krispy Kreme donuts.
It's the little things that make us happy.
It really is. Like you take for granted what a bun on a McDouble does, or just
Subway sandwich.
A Subway sandwich. Oh, it was so good the other day. Oh my god, I want another one. Or like just the breading on chicken, just biting into a crispy chicken.
Yeah, we went.
Or
what was it?
Popeyes. Yes, yesterday?
Day? No,
the other day.
Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last week. We went to Brooks. We got
chicken tenders. Yeah. But I can only eat one of the three. But I had a bloomin' onion. And fried pickles. So oh my gosh. Just the little
fried pickles are nasty, but
they were so good though. Like all of the little things. The next thing I want another Subway sandwich. But a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I just want
ramen.
Oh, ramen. Ramen is so good. I missed it. My donuts. Donuts.
You had a pumpkin donut.
I did. I even had a pumpkin donut.
Krispy Kreme has pumpkin donuts.
I have pumpkin donut. Geez, there's so many things that I've tried.
And it's only been a week.
I know. But there's fettuccine Alfredo. Oh my gosh, I know, right? Because, okay, so chicken fettuccine Alfredo is like my most favorite meal.
What's up, Cindy?
So I will eat that. That will be on my list. Cindy, hi, Cindy. I get it because of when I came off my feeding tubes. Yes. So you get it. Time to start our restaurant. Yes. Okay. So I would totally do I still want to do a gluten-free restaurant because I think that it's still so hard, and not very many people with celiac get the opportunity that I got
to get the refreshed.
It is, and I feel for them because I remember just sitting there crying because everybody got to eat donuts. Or
congratulations, I'm making a jiggly cake for celebration.
Okay. But I mean, I can't even begin to explain how happy or excited I am about it. Like, I ate a sausage biscuit from McDonald's and I cried. I'm crying now. But I've been into a sausage biscuit. Biscuits are one of biscuits and like just bread.
You're crying now.
Yes.
Over a biscuit?
Just in general, I'm happy. But like, it's so hard to get a good gluten-free biscuit. I mean, there's doable biscuits, manageable biscuits, but not that melt in your mouth biscuit. Tasting that was like heaven in my mouth.
Larry said he's afraid to have loose breads and pastas.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so when it happened to me, it was so hard because I couldn't eat bread. I
Oh
couldn't
my
eat
God,
pasta.
hold on. Breaking news. Larry just tried biscuits and gravy last week. Where have you been?
No, see, growing up, we had biscuits and gravy with, like, okay, so a good country meal, like my grandma used to make. It was like biscuits and gravy and sausage and
Yeah.
patties and links and bacon and like pancakes and eggs and I mean just like all right there. It was like, oh,
Biscuits and gravy that was something I never liked growing up. But one day, for some reason, I decided there was a McDonald's. McDonald's used to have it years and years and years ago for breakfast. Why they don't have it today is beyond me. But there was a McDonald's in Arcadia that I drove past, and they were advertising biscuits and gravy. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get one. And I grabbed it. It was so good. And that was one of my first times ever eating biscuits and gravy. It was really good. And the little breakfast place we go to here
that's what I want.
And they fill their plate. Like, a lot of places will put biscuits and then a little bit of gravy on top. You always have to ask for extra gravy. This place, you don't have to. So they always fill it.
Yeah, that's what I want. We should do that tomorrow. Biscuits and gravy.
So you gonna make it?
No.
That's another thing. You've been a little lazy on cooking lately.
Because you don't understand. It's different than when I make it from when we can just go get it. Oh my God. We have to go to Olive Garden.
Why? So you can get unlimited breadsticks and salad? We just went to Olive Garden not too long ago.
But I couldn't eat their biscuits, and I can only eat one plate of spaghetti that was like gluten-free.
You mean their breadsticks?
Yeah.
They don't have biscuits.
Whatever. I need it. Oh my God, we're going to do it.
Ever noticed, do they have biscuits and gravy on the ship? I don't know. I've never noticed.
I don't know.
I'm going to be looking this time, Larry. Larry, you're going to have to help me make sure that
biscuits and gravy will make your tongue slap your brain.
Oh, yeah.
It really will. Oh, sitting up still kind of sore because everything kind of like crunches up. But yeah, so I can eat gluten.
Let's put it this way. It's a good thing it happened now.
Yes.
And ruined our Virginia trip than happening
on the ship
or before getting on the ship. That would have been a disaster.
Either this ship or the one in November. Or our Paris trip.
Yeah.
Okay. I was super excited to be going to Paris and knowing that I would get a donut because they have a lot of gluten-free bakeries specifically that cater to donuts.
Now you don't have to worry about that.
No, but I still want to try it because I still think that I should do things for we have viewers and followers that are celiac and they kind of do look forward to some of those things. So I will still keep updates on things like that because it's still very much a real thing. Even
square biscuits and runny gravy. You ever had that?
No. Is that what's on the ship?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna ask them to make it in some way, some shape, some form. I don't care if I have to go to a freaking dining hall.
So is that on the ship, Ronnie? Because I'll still try it. What the hell?
I know, right?
But one of the things I do want to try is, well, we did it the last time because you were having a hard time finding food. But I definitely want to go to the brunch day at sea.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice experience.
It was.
And I'm not about all these sit down restaurants all the time, but it was nice.
Any better?
Still looks about the same. Yeah, it was on Carnival, it says.
I'll still try it. Heather, enjoy your food adventure. Oh, I am. Oh, okay. Let me tell you though, like sneezing after all this, that's the most weirdest thing ever. So when you cough or sneeze after your surgery, it is the most painful thing. And I only knew it would be because of my C-sections with my kids, and I had to have a pillow. So the moment that I started, because they said you're going to cough some of the anesthesia, but whatever, for the next couple of days. And so I'm like, okay, pillow time, right? So I had this little pillow that I carry around, and I still sometimes do because, it's still a little sore sometimes. So I just would hold it there. But sneezing, you you hold it as tight as you possibly can, and you sneeze, and then it's like every muscle inside your tummy just starts doing this and contracting and like making it feel weird, and it's like.
So Ronnie loves the C-Day brunch, and so does Destination Delight. They definitely look forward to it. So, like I said, the first time we ever did it was on the Paradise, and yeah.
I want a grilled cheese sandwich.
Are you serious right now?
There's still so many things that I miss.
You can only eat so much in one day.
I know, so that's my problem. I'm like, oh, I want to try this, and I try that, and I try this, and then I can only eat a little bit at a time, but then I'm like wanting to eat everything. It's so hard.
I wish they would butter the toast before when it's hot. Yeah, I agree. I like the butter on the toast when it's when it's hot.
I'm so excited.
Well, why Heather's, reminiscing.
I love it, Heather. I'm a foodie. I see your excitement. It's so, like I said, it's so rare that someone like this would get a second chance. So, and it's what I really feel like I got. It sucks that I had to go through all this and everything else, but
while you reminisce in all your glory of eating gluten again, going to promote the cruise of the year, the Group Cruise 2022.
Hold on. Music Dreamer said, don't get a stomach ache from eating too much and think it's from gluten. That was one of my fears, but I'm good. I know that full feeling, and I know the gluten feeling. So we're good. Go ahead.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
Yep.
All right, so if you haven't booked on the cruise yet and you still want to join the cruise of the year, then you want to contact Cindy Spiker. Get $100 onboard credit. We still have rooms available. This is the cruise of the year. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be one hell of a time. All right, Larry asked, Dwight and Heather, are you booked for the steakhouse? That's going to be a negative. So I don't really do fancy dining or upscale or upcharge dining. The one thing that Heather is doing with a couple other people, I know the Downunders are in there, is the chef's table, which you don't have to do gluten free at the chef's table.
No.
You could have whatever they're having.
I know. I get to have the molten lava cake.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god, what is that?
a bug. So yeah, you could have the lava cake. Cruise nuts are here. What's going on, guys? So yeah, it's going to be epic.
I don't like bugs. Don't like big flying bugs. And I was a big flying bug.
You will live.
Now if it comes over here, they will see me run a different direction.
You will not run.
Oh god, that's
It's a cat.
I thought it was so big that it like just grew and like
That's on camera. Your reaction on that. It was just a cat.
Sam I am, get it. Get it, Sam I am.
Probably knocked over. Let's see.
Heather, your excitement over this makes me so happy. I know. Lava cake is a 10 for 10 for me.
See, I don't like the lava cake.
You don't like anything with a gooey on it.
Yeah, I think it's a texture thing. It's the texture. It's nasty.
Kenny, make sure to review the lava cake with a side of peanut. Oh, the side of peanut butter.
You know what you
could do that.
You know what you could do with Kenny? Do some food reviews on the show.
Let's do it. I'm down, Kenny. I'm down. Let's do it.
But yeah.
I'm excited. I get cake and cookies. I get cookies on this ship. Okay, because there's like Jello. That's what gluten-free people will get. Jello. Most of the time.
Their chocolate chip cookies are pretty good. You get regular pizza. You don't have to have a gluten-free pizza. Kenny says, yeah, sounds good.
Dreamer says, now my peanut allergy needs to go away. That would be good. All you gotta do is try it. Dwight, what are you most excited for?
I'm really looking forward to the obstacle courses. Well, there's only one obstacle course, but the rope course, which looks pretty damn cool. And
I like my feet to stay planted.
And the
I don't need air between me and the ground.
No?
Mm-mm.
As long as it's not the sea. The Gulf. I guess it wouldn't be the Gulf, it'd be Atlantic. Yeah. And the
my most exciting
bike thing that goes around it.
No, I'm good.
You don't want to go on there?
No. Mm-mm. See, I was most excited to meet people.
Oh yeah.
But it's kind of torn. What is that? It's kind of torn, half and half. Meeting people, eating food. Meeting people, eating food. How about I meet people while
eating
food?
So if you want to find Heather anytime on the ship, she will be at the buffet.
That's right. It's gonna be. Wait, and see Kenny. Yeah. Okay. But that goes with meeting people.
Yeah. Well, no, he's saying and see Kenny because Kenny's going to be at the buffet with you.
Okay.
Doing the food. Yeah. Ronnie says Kenny will give that cake a 10. So yeah, what I'm most excited about is to be back on a ship after this thing of a disaster of a pandemic that's happened. Just to be back on a ship is just so amazing. our last cruise was December of 2019 on the Carnival Paradise. And our next ship, obviously, is the Carnival Horizon. Honestly, I don't think Carnival realizes what kind of trouble they've got signed up for with us coming on board.
Yeah, we got a lot going on that ship
Yes,
that week. Trying to work, but I will listen to your words of wisdom. You got it, John. Enjoy your work. I enjoy the sea days.
John is going to be a hoot. I know John's going to be a hoot. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. So, just real quick.
I can't wait to see John wearing a dress.
Just real quick, I just want to say, how about them cowgirls? Got their asses whipped by the Buccaneers. Just saying.
I'm leaning against you. My
Why?
stomach hurts from sitting up.
But you could do jumping jacks now.
Sometimes. It's more like my incisions. Crunching up sitting sometimes.
Crunches?
Just sometimes. Like, I do this, I'll lean or whatever. I can't really lean back too far because there's a wall here. So my next bet is just to lean this way.
You mean that's not a green screen?
I love you.
Love you too. You know, one of the other things I find fascinating on this ship.
How long has it been? How long has what been? My surgery? A week ago. It's only been a week.
Well, a week and a half.
What's today? Yeah, a week and a half. Texan here. Texan here too.
I'm sorry.
I was born in Arlington, Texas. I moved all over Texas.
Sorry.
All over.
You know, Heather used to be a cowgirl fan. No, you're not at all. You will get kicked out of the house.
Hold on. The problem is he's like, I'll never buy any Cowboys merchandise, and I'm like, oh, okay. You won't. Yeah. So I mean, I kind of went with the next decent choice,
which was the Redskins, R.I.P.
But I mean, now that we're done with all the Redskins time, I just happen to be watching the Cowboys.
You watch them lose as the Buccaneers kick their ass.
Oh, because, Redskins were so much better.
Redskins had a better record than the Cowgirls.
In the time okay, well then that's normal. My feeding tube hurt for like a month almost. It was like 3 weeks. Yeah, I can do a lot. I mean, they said like I probably won't be walking a lot and doing normal stuff like the first 2 to 4 weeks. But I was pretty much doing everything within a couple of days. But it's because I've pushed myself because someone has taught me to push myself during things like that. Like with my C-section, they were like, oh, just keep moving. So he was like, move, and like kept pushing me to walk and everything else, which meant my recovery time was a lot less. So when it came to my second time, he's like, you know the drill, let's go. We were walking.
Well, the thing is, they were surprised on how well you did and how much you did when you had, both kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, hold on, because first time...
Well, the second time when you had Casey, we were walking around the outside of the hospital.
Yeah. Like, what was it, like, the next day?
Yeah.
So...
What's up, Lane?
Lane, hi. Yeah, so, I couldn't stand straight and walk a bunch back for 2 weeks.
Okay, so
Heather isn't wearing a hoodie.
Yeah,
I know Heather's not wearing technically a hoodie.
But it's a shirt with a hoodie.
Sort of.
But the temperature is 79 degrees.
Yes.
So it's not too bad. Huh? What?
Nothing.
You have the fan on you.
I know. I know I do, but I was also helping to like do a bunch of stuff in the hallway. So
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway.
So like I was saying, my recovery time, I mean, I'm doing pretty well, I think. A lot of people are very shocked with the fact that I'm even up and out and moving. Oh, see, because hold on. We did Katlin's photo shoot like the day after I came home. So that was not very, I mean, it was fun, but
Well,
it
wasn't the day after you came home. She came home Thursday. Didn't do
Thursday
anything
evening,
Friday.
yeah, right. Didn't do anything Friday.
And then Saturday
morning. So, well, no, I did do stuff Friday.
Well,
we went to go pick up her dress on Friday at the flea market.
That's your fault.
There's a little shop there for her dresses. Anyways, yeah. And then I had a photo shoot, which was
Phoenix. So Larry says it's 72, but with smoke and forest fires. Yeah, we know how that is. But it's rainy season here, so there ain't nothing gonna be burning around here. At least this time of year.
The bug touched me.
The what?
The bug touched me. The flying bug touched me.
You will live.
I also love being in the forest, and I love camping. Hate bugs. I really hate flying bugs and spiders.
Spiders don't fly.
And ants. I don't like ants.
So Larry loves the tropical rain and thunderstorms. Yeah, we get that all day, daily. As a matter of fact, all week we'll be getting that.
Penny is sniffing our luggages over there.
She doesn't like them.
Our
Heather actually pulled out the suitcases.
Yeah, I have been packing things in bags because here's my logic. We have we had 4 trips planned. Okay, so I had stuff for the cruise already started, but then we threw in Virginia, so I had to move all that stuff. So then we didn't go to Virginia, so I have luggage sitting here. So I have things in bags, big bags, that have to go into the suitcases now. That TV, poor TV is going to fall.
Visiting my kids last week, it was in the 90s, and they had problems with their car AC. Yeah.
That's
in Florida, AC is a necessity. All year round.
At night.
All year round.
I like it at night because then I can use all my blankets and snuggle up, and I got my heater under my blanket, and yeah.
Phoenix is a heater.
Yeah. She puts off so much heat. Like, she's laying right here beside me, and as she's laying here, my feet are kind of under her to kind of keep my body temperature warm. If I could hold her in my lap, I would.
So.
You're a good pillow.
Oh, I was saying, one of the things I look forward to seeing on the horizon, besides the rope course
and the buffet,
is that the glass design thing in the atrium, the thing that changes all the time. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what the proper word is for that.
I don't know.
It's the same in New Mexico desert. Nighttime is cool though.
Early enough for a little even.
Yes, the funnel thingy. Yes, very good. I will use that. But see, the thing is, you knew what I was talking about.
Oh my God. Hey, excuse me. You need to lay back down. You're gonna make my feet cold.
Let's see. Larry, will you be getting early enough for Little Havana in Miami? Getting in October 12th at 10 p.m. We have a short of that funnel thing in the atrium from when we were on the horizon in 2018. I have to look for that one. I don't think I've seen that one. One of the prettiest atriums I've ever been into, if I remember correctly, was Serenade of the Seas. It has a beautiful atrium. And
Larry says, I'm getting in October 12th at 10 p.m. Blaine says, I have a short of the funnel thingy in the atrium from when we were on it on the horizon in 2018. Watch that. Did you just read that?
I read both those, so I'm glad you joined us again.
I was dealing with something very important.
What is more important to me?
That one. Exactly. I like you.
No, you don't.
Whatever.
What is Penny? Penny, what are you looking for?
Probably the flying bug. She wants to eat it. She's going to rescue me.
Larry has a photo of him in front of the funnel.
The funnel thingy.
The funnel thingy. I drank from a funnel thingy at a kickboard. Jesus. This is why this guy's going to be so fun to be on the ship with. So I know Dewey is on the horizon now, and I hope he's doing the layout of the land, because we'll lean on Dewey for the layout of the land. Besides of what we know on YouTube, we watched several YouTube videos on the horizon.
Yeah. They're the ones that they had the distress call that they had to go help some people.
Yeah, so the horizon
Cuba in the homemade raft.
Yeah, the horizon stopped today and helped out some Cubans in a homemade raft that looked like it was falling apart.
Ooh, Larry said that he's in a cove balcony. Dewey is. We're in a cove balcony.
So are we. But I forgot what I was saying.
Heather's important and very valid and
helping the people trying to get to America, giving them food and water, but I'm pretty sure the authorities were notified as well. So, all right, so that would have been an interesting call, because I guess the captain came over the loudspeaker and said they're diverting the ship to help out the raft. Those Cubans didn't want to stay. They got food and water, and away they went.
Yeah. But gotta help them all. Gotta help everybody. Okay, one of the worst things about post-hospital, I mean, other than the fact that it's surgery and it sucks and stuff, is the freaking sticky stuff on your skin that takes forever to come off. No matter how many showers and how many times you scrub, there's always a new sticky spot.
Okay, so let's clarify. He has a cove balcony on this cruise that he's on now. He has a regular balcony on our cruise.
Okay.
Wonder if they offered him some Cuban cigars.
I would have taken that.
I would have been all over that one. Hell yeah, sign me up for that. I need to find good deals on Cuban cigars on our trip. Shh, don't tell anybody.
We just need to find good deals on cigars.
Cigars. That's what I'm looking for.
What's up, Ben? She's looking back.
So, Larry, yes and no. If you buy them from the Caribbean islands, they are cheaper. We can't get them here in the U.S., but they are cheaper in the Caribbean islands. What does a Cuban do when he gets a flat tire? Drowns? Jesus. I had to think about that one for a second. I was like, how's he drown? Blaine. Blaine's going to be another hoot.
He done.
You done what?
I'm done sitting here.
You done sitting here?
I'm done
You
sitting
can't sit for 2 more minutes?
Oh.
Mate, you got to be tough.
No.
You got to be tough.
I don't want to be tough.
Be tough.
I don't want to be.
Lurk. You're winding up your dog.
Because I hear it. She's like, Mama, you're hurting. I know, baby. Ow, ow.
Did you hear what they did when they were offered help? They started singing the national anthem and row, row, row your boat.
Hi, Penny. You're a little rougher. Hi. I hurt.
All right.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done. I'm sorry. It hurts.
We gotta go anyways. So, I appreciate everybody for showing up. If you haven't joined us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, UsandMoreYT. We also have a group page at UsandMoreYT. Groups / UsandMoreYT. Sorry.
Look at this. Last one. What do you call a stomachache when you get this? What do you call a stomachache you get from eating a Cuban sandwich? Gastrointestinal distress.
All right.
Good night,
Thanks,
guys.
Blaine.
This is Us and More.
Hold on. I don't know how that got. Damn it. All right. Good.
This is Us and More, guys, and we're living life to the fullest. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye.